Welcome back. It's a play with a very interesting concept. Apples in Winter opened last night at Grandview University. It's a one-woman show where the character bakes a pie during the show. Joining me is Tom Molt. He's the artistic director for Theater Midwest, and Nadine Schmidt, who plays Miriam. Tell me about the show, guys.
Yeah, so in the show, I play Miriam. She's a mother. Her son's on death row. He's requested a piece of her apple pie for his last meal. And so she is baking that pie in the kitchen and processing through, how did this happen? How did we get here?
Some interesting themes, because we talk about apple pie, we talk about baking, we talk about crime and punishment. Mm-hmm. How does that factor in?
Well, that's kind of the crux of the story, really, is looking inside of that process in a way that we don't typically do, which is seeing what it's like for the family of someone who's been incarcerated or is in the criminal system, because they often get shunned or ignored. And this play really does a good job of taking us right in there and seeing what it's like for the mom as she approaches a tough time with the son.
Talk about Theater Midwest. You guys, interesting concept. You're in South Dakota, you're here in Iowa. You guys had to use Google and like Teams and stuff to get this show put together.
Yes, and then the director, Corey Johnson, is based in Brainerd, Minnesota. And so for rehearsals, for example, my husband was kind enough to let me take half our bedroom and mock up the set. And I'd put my ironing board over the bed with a laptop, bring Corey in via Google Meet, and that's how we rehearsed for most of the rehearsal process.
Wow. And you're baking a pie.
Baking a pie.
Tell me about Theater Midwest, if people haven't heard of Theater Midwest.
Well, Theater Midwest is our home, really. Our artistic home is here in Des Moines, and that's where we got started. This is our 6th season, and our mission is to tell stories that are pertinent to people of the Midwest, by or about people from the Midwest, and also lift up underrepresented voices, particularly women. So this is a play written by a woman, featuring a woman, directed by a woman, and then that all comes together for what our real purpose is to get these stories out in an interesting way.
And you guys are doing, admission is usually $25, but that's not what's happening this weekend. Tell me about that.
Right. One of our core principles is to reduce barriers that keep people from going to the theater, starting with price. And so with any of our performances, there are always at least some free tickets. Sometimes there's an allotment, but in this case, it's pay what you are able and no questions asked. So a person can come up and pay $0 or come up and pay $25, or if they really like the thing, they can come up and pay $50 or whatever they would like. But that's been a core principle of ours since the beginning.
And you guys opened last night, and you're at Grandview through the weekend?
Correct.
And interesting concept. So glad to have you guys here. Here it is, Apples in Winter, May 14th through the 16th. It starts at 7:30 p.m. at the Viking Theatre. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course.